Hello, good morning, all of you. Welcome to Lakshya Academy. This is the part 8 of chemical coordination and integration. And in this part, we are going to learn remaining part of the pituitary gland. We have already learned some part in the pituitary gland, that is what is the location of pituitary gland, what is the other name for pituitary gland, and where is it located, and what are the anatomical divisions of the pituitary gland, what is the origin of the pituitary gland, what and hormones of the anterior pituitary, three hormones of the anterior pituitary. We learned those things in the previous part 7. This is the part 8. In this part 8, okay, we are going to learn remaining hormones of the pituitary, anterior pituitary. One is thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, you can see here thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, thyroid stimulating hormone acts on the okay, thyroid stimulating hormone, you can see here, which is coming from the anterior pituitary. It is acting on the thyroid gland. Okay, next one, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. It is coming from the anterior pituitary. It is targeting adrenal gland. Okay, you earlier you learned what are trophic hormones. Trophic hormones are the ones which act on the other endocrine glands. Pituitary gland is one endocrine gland, adrenal gland is one endocrine gland. The hormone of one endocrine gland is acting on the other endocrine gland. This is called trophic hormone. And pituitary gland is one endocrine gland. This thyroid gland is another endocrine gland. This hormone of this endocrine gland is acting on this endocrine gland. This is also another trophic hormone. Okay, first we complete thyroid stimulating hormone, otherwise called thyrotrophin. TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, otherwise called thyrotrophin. It stimulates the synthesis and secretion of the thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland. Next, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, otherwise called corticotrophin. This is a tyrotrophin. Earlier you learned somatotrophin, thyrotrophin, corticotrophin. It controls the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones called glucocorticoids by the adrenal cortex. Okay, this what is the target of this hormone ACTH? ACTH is not secreted by the adrenal gland; it is secreted by the anterior pituitary. Okay, it controls the synthesis and secretion of the steroid hormones called glucocorticoids. Okay, and by the adrenal cortex. The next one is follicle stimulating hormone. Observe here FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. In females, it acts on ovaries. In males, it acts on the testes. Follicle stimulating, it stimulates the growth and development of ovarian follicles in females. In males, FSH, okay, along with androgens, regulates spermatogenesis. It acts on Sertoli cells in males. FSH acts on Sertoli cells. Okay, that is important point. You will learn more about that in reproductive system, human reproductive system. Okay, next come to the luteinizing hormone, LH hormone, luteinizing hormone. In males, it stimulates the interstitial cells of Leydig. Okay, males. Okay, the LH hormone in males, it stimulates the interstitial cells of the Leydig of the testes for the synthesis and secretion of hormones called androgens. Androgens. The chief androgen is testosterone. In females, this LH hormone, in males it is otherwise called ICSH. IC, interstitial cell stimulating hormone. In males, it is acting on the testes. In the females, luteinizing hormone acts on the ovaries. In males, this hormone is called ICSH. This hormone in females is called, okay, it is called luteinizing hormone. In males, what do we call it? ICS, that means interstitial cell stimulating hormone. It acts on Leydig cells. Leydig cells of the testis for the synthesis and secretion of hormones called androgens. Testosterone is the chief androgen. In females, this hormone stimulates the ovulation from the fully mature Graafian follicle. ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ డీటెయిల్స్ మీరు తర్వాత రిప్రొడక్టివ్ సిస్టంలో చదువుతారు. Besides this, it stimulates the ovaries to produce estrogens and progesterone. It maintains the corpus luteum from the remnants of the Graafian follicle after ovulation. The Graafian follicle transforms into corpus luteum. That corpus luteum produces estrogen and progesterone, especially progesterone. The two hormones of the anterior pituitary, namely FSH and LH, are called gonadotrophins, because they stimulate the gonads to produce other hormones. Okay, these hormones are produced by the pituitary gland and they act on the primary sex organs in males and females. In males, primary sex organs are the testes. In females, primary sex organs are the ovaries. Okay, as these reproductive organs are also called gonads. As they are acting on the gonads, these are called gonadotrophins. The middle lobe is called pars intermedia, secretes only one hormone called melanocyte stimulating hormone, MSH. Okay, it is antagonistic to melatonin. Okay, you learn melatonin later. In human beings, pars intermedia is almost merged with pars distalis. Okay, the role of the MSH is not significant, except that it can darken the hair by increasing the deposition of melanin in the developing hair shaft. What is hair shaft? The visible part of the hair. The visible part of the hair is called as a hair shaft. The part of the hair which is present inside, not visible, that is called hair root or hair follicle. Okay, MSH, which regulates the pigmentation in melanocytes of the lower vertebrates, especially in fishes and amphibians, and its role in man is not insignificant. That means its role in human beings is insignificant. Okay, that's about pars intermedia. The next part is let us see the next part. See what is given in NCERT textbook about pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is located in the bony cavity called sella turcica. I showed you in the previous part. It is attached to the hypothalamus by a stalk. Pituitary gland is attached to the hypothalamus by a stalk called infundibulum and divided anatomically into two parts, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. Adenohypophysis consists of two portions, pars distalis and pars intermedia. Pars distalis region of the pituitary, commonly called anterior pituitary, APPD. Anterior pituitary. The pars distalis of a region of the pituitary gland, commonly called anterior pituitary, which produces growth hormone or somatotrophin, prolactin or lactogenic hormone, luteotrophic hormone, as a thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotrophin, adrenocorticotropic hormone, luteinizing hormone. In males, it is called interstitial cell stimulating hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. These all hormones are produced by the anterior pituitary. 6 hormones here. Pars intermedia secretes only one hormone called melanocyte stimulating hormone. However, in humans, pars intermedia is almost merged with pars distalis. Okay, now come to the neurohypophysis, this part. Okay, pars nervosa. It is also called pars nervosa. Now you learned pars distalis, pars intermedia, pars nervosa. Okay, neurohypophysis, pars nervosa, also known as posterior pituitary, stores and releases two hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin. Okay, these two hormones actually synthesized here, produced here in the hypothalamus, but they come through these axon and they are stored temporarily here. Okay, very important. It was asked in previous paper. Oxytocin, vasopressin, which are actually synthesized by the hypothalamus and are transported to this part through axons. That's what is called axonally. Transported axonally through axons to the neurohypophysis. Okay, next, over secretion of growth hormone stimulates. Over secretion of growth hormone stimulates. These are the functions of pituitary hormones. Over secretion of growth hormone causes stimulates abnormal growth of the body, leading to gigantism. And low secretion of the, that means hyposecretion or undersecretion of growth hormone results in stunted growth, resulting in a pituitary dwarfism. Excess secretion of growth hormone in adults, very very important one, especially in the middle age, can result in severe disfigurement. The person's appearance changes. Okay, disfigurement, especially the face, called acromegaly, which may lead to serious complications and premature death if unchecked, if it is not treated. The disease is hard to diagnose in the early stages and often goes undiagnosed, often goes undetected for many years until the changes in external features become noticeable. And next one, prolactin results. Prolactin. Now we are talking about prolactin. We talked about here growth hormone. Prolactin regulates the growth of mammary glands and formation of milk in the mammary glands. Okay, now next hormone, TSH. TSH, in this here you learned how many hormones? First growth hormone, then prolactin. Now we are talking about TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. TSH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland, same as given in NCS state book. ACTH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones called glucocorticoids from the adrenal cortex. Okay, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, stimulates the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones called glucocorticoids from the adrenal cortex. And LH and FSH stimulate the gonadal activity. That means testis and these are called gonadotrophins. In males, LH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of hormones called androgens from the testis. In males, we call this hormone ICSH, interstitial cell stimulating hormone. In males, FSH and androgens regulate spermatogenesis. These two are important for spermatogenesis. Very important point. In females, LH induces ovulation of the ovarian fully mature Graafian follicle and maintains the corpus luteum formed from the remnants of the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle after ovulation turns into corpus luteum. That corpus luteum is maintained by this hormone, luteinizing hormone. Okay, that's all. Okay, in this part, in the next part, remaining part of the pituitary gland will be covered.